What if the planet Pandora from the Avatar movies was actually real? Not just something James Cameron imagined, not CGI, not a fantasy world, a real place, somewhere in the universe, floating mountains held in the sky, forests that glow at night, animals that feel smarter than us. A planet where nature isn't something you control, it's something that controls you. Now imagine this headline breaking tomorrow: scientists confirm discovery of a Pandora-like world. At first, we'd all be amazed. Social media would explode. Everyone would call it humanity's biggest discovery. But after the excitement fades, the real questions start hitting hard. Can humans actually reach it? Do we even have the right technology? How long would it take? How much would it cost? And the most uncomfortable question of all, would humans respect Pandora or destroy it exactly like in the movie? Let's slow this down and really think. In the Avatar universe, Pandora isn't even a planet. It's a moon orbiting a massive gas giant called Polyphemus. That system is located near Alpha Centauri, which is the closest star system to Earth. Closest, but still unimaginably far. Alpha Centauri is about 4.37 light-years away. 1 light-year equals roughly 9.46 trillion kilometers. That means Pandora would be around 41 trillion kilometers from Earth. To understand how insane that distance is, we need to talk about how fast humans can actually travel in space today. The fastest human-made object ever built is NASA's Parker Solar Probe. At its peak, it reached a speed of about 692,000 kilometers per hour. That's insanely fast, faster than anything else we've ever made. But here's the reality check. Even at that speed, it would take more than 6,600 years to reach Alpha Centauri, and that spacecraft wasn't carrying humans. It had no life support, no shielding for people. Now let's talk about the fastest humans have ever traveled. During the Apollo missions, astronauts reached a maximum speed of around 39,900 kilometers per hour. Relative to Earth, that's the fastest any human has ever moved in history. At that speed, a journey to Pandora would take over 110,000 years. Let that sink in. So with today's technology, reaching Pandora is not difficult. It's completely impossible. Now let's talk about Pandora itself, because even if we somehow reached it, surviving there would be another problem entirely. Pandora is slightly smaller than Earth, but has stronger gravity and a much denser atmosphere. According to the lore, the atmosphere contains high levels of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide, making it toxic to humans. A human without breathing equipment would lose consciousness in seconds and die shortly after. So no walking freely, no breathing fresh air, no Earth-style living. Humans would be trapped inside masks and suits 24/7. Pandora might look like paradise, but for humans it would feel like living underwater, every second dependent on technology. Now people often say, technology improves, we'll figure it out. Sure, technology does improve. So let's imagine a future where humans develop advanced propulsion systems, maybe nuclear fusion engines or something even more advanced. Even if we could travel at 10% the speed of light, which is wildly optimistic, the journey would still take more than 40 years one way. That means you leave Earth knowing you will never return. Your family grows old without you. Civilization changes while you're gone. This is where movies like Passengers, Interstellar, and even 2001: A Space Odyssey actually get something right. Long-distance space travel isn't about excitement. It's about endurance, isolation, and trust in machines, and humans are not great at long-term space survival. The longest a human has ever stayed in space is just over 340 days. That's less than 1 year. NASA data shows that after long missions, astronauts suffer from bone density loss, muscle weakening, vision problems, radiation exposure, and serious psychological stress. And all of this happens while they're still protected by Earth's magnetic field. A mission to Pandora would expose humans to decades of cosmic radiation, something we still don't know how to fully protect against. Now let's talk about money, because space travel always comes down to cost. Sending a single astronaut to the International Space Station costs roughly $55 million per seat. That's for a trip just 400 kilometers. Now imagine scaling that up to interstellar fuel, life support for decades, radiation shielding, artificial gravity systems, AI-controlled spacecraft, backup systems for everything. A realistic estimate for a one-way human mission to Pandora would easily exceed $500 billion to $1 trillion per person. Yes, I said for single person. So let's be honest. Pandora wouldn't be explored by curious travelers. It wouldn't be discovered by artists or dreamers. It would be controlled by governments or mega-corporations. If humans reach Pandora, how would we actually settle it? History gives us a clear answer. We would build sealed colonies, mining facilities, industrial zones, and a military protection. We wouldn't arrive as guests, we'd arrive as owners. And that's where Pandora becomes dangerous for us. Pandora's ecosystem, as shown in Avatar, is deeply interconnected. On Earth, we already see smaller versions of this: fungal networks connecting trees, coral reefs collapsing when one species disappears, entire ecosystems falling apart from a single imbalance. Now imagine damaging a planet-wide biological network. Here's where I want to ask you something directly. Do you honestly believe humans would act differently on Pandora? Would we finally respect nature, or would we repeat the same mistakes we made on Earth? Drop your honest opinion in the comments. Do you think humans would destroy Pandora like in the movie, or could we actually do better? Now let's come back to reality. Have we found planets like Pandora? As of today, astronomers have confirmed more than 5,500 exoplanets. Some are Earth-sized, some orbit in their star's habitable zone, some even show signs of water vapor and complex molecules detected by telescopes like James Webb, but none so far have been confirmed to have Earth-like oxygen levels, complex ecosystems, and advanced surface life. Pandora-level biodiversity hasn't been found yet, but statistically speaking, in a universe with hundreds of billions of galaxies, planets like Pandora could exist. We just haven't reached them, and maybe that's the lesson, because when you strip Avatar down to its core, it's not really about aliens or space travel, it's about humans. Pandora isn't a destination, it's a warning, a reminder that just because we can go somewhere doesn't mean we should. So what if Pandora was real? We don't have the technology, we don't have the speed, we don't have the biology, and maybe we don't yet have the wisdom. Because before we dream about colonizing another world, maybe we should learn how to take care of the one we already have. If you enjoyed this deep, realistic take, like the video, subscribe, and tell me, would you leave Earth forever to go to Pandora, knowing there's no return?